You're welcome back to Ben Television, live from London. My name is Kayode Ogundamisi, and in the first half of this program, we looked at General Obasanjo's letter to President Jonathan. And of course, the discussion was lively, but there's something more serious now, as serious as that letter to the president, and it's the issue of jungle justice in Nigeria. I mean, how long are we going to take this incident whereby citizens take the law into their hands? We've had the Alu 4, young students being killed and lynched for stealing, allegedly stealing a laptop. You know, in the north, you have the video of the young girl that was publicly executed by people claiming to be Boko Haram elements, and she was only accused of being an SSS informer. You know, and then you had in southwest Nigeria, just some few days back, we just saw a video on YouTube of this young girl, two ladies actually, stripped naked, you know, tortured for allegedly stealing pepper in the market. But some few Nigerians went on the social media to try and dig out who this girl was and who this girl is, where did the perpetrators come out from, and I just brought them into the studio to talk about how far with the story of the Ejigbo lady, the Ejigbo 2, that were sort of violated by elements in our society. And I have with me in the studio Jesse Adeniji is still with us, and then I'm bringing in Modupe Debbie Ariyo, OBE of Africa. And Modupe has done a lot of work on with a charity on young children, and I just want to welcome you to Politics with KO.
Thank you very much.
Now, Debbie, tell us about this case. How did you come in contact with the video, and what have you guys done so far?
Well, basically, firstly, I haven't seen the video. I decided not to watch the video because when I saw all the very, very graphical details that people were posting on Facebook, I said, no, there's no way I'm going to watch it. But I could understand some of the key issues, So, for example, we had girls being raped, and we had girls being, and I'm not going to go into it, sincerely speaking, but it was so graphic that I was very, very upset. So I said to myself that, you know, there's no way that we can leave this alone. This is getting too much. Actually, on Facebook today, I saw that somebody put up a posting that a girl was equally tortured in Lagos some time ago, and she committed suicide.
Wow.
Yeah, she committed suicide. So I think it's becoming too much. And Nigeria has a lot of laws. We have some of the best laws in the world, and it's just unbelievable
That we're still
living in the stone ages where people will do something or they're accused of doing something, and then we just go ahead and
lynch them. Jesse, is this a case of that this thing has been happening in the past, but because we have social media now, it's out there in the fore? Is it a case of people, we now know about these issues, but that they've been a part of our society because of the failure in the judicial system? We just like take the laws into our hands.
Yeah, I think it's twofold, you know, the issue basically. Before we had newspaper reporters who are the gatekeepers of information, but now we have social media where people who have the talent or just as a hobby can, you know, go into information and distribute it as well. But on the second level, it boils down to the culture of impunity, boils down to the fact that everything in Nigeria goes to the highest bidder. So if you are a president or a governor and you commit atrocity and you are not brought to book because you are well connected, anybody who finds him or herself in a position of authority, no matter how, no matter what the level is, it's going to go through the same thing, thinking that I can get with, if nobody is being convicted
for crime, so people now take...
Do you know, in the UK, you know that if I slap somebody on the street,
they're going
to call the police, and I'm going to get a record, and it's going to affect my economics, and it's going to affect my social standing. So do you understand what I'm saying? You see the law process.
So there's no repercussion.
In action, yeah. So in Nigeria, there's nothing like that.
Before, and Dupe, I know you don't want to see this video, but we just have to let our viewers see this video to get the message of what is happening. And this is just one out of many videos and one out of many incidents that's happening in Nigeria. So I would first say, I want to warn you, if you don't have the head for graphic details, this is a video that contains a graphic image of two ladies being tortured in Nigeria, and it's also got a bit of a nude segment. But because in the UK, this time of the day, we are allowed to show this. But you can just tune away for 3 minutes if you don't want to see the video. But it's important to send this message home so that people can see how important these issues are and why we need to address the issue. This is a video from Ejigbo in Nigeria. And how does that feel? I know you didn't see everything, but it's
you know, there's another issue.
Yeah.
Nigerians, if you leave the issue of injustice and impunity aside, there's a kind of a growing hatred for women in Nigeria. And because somebody was saying that if it was a man that did this, you know, they wouldn't strip the man naked. They might beat him, but they wouldn't strip him naked. So, you know, it's like people are now getting to the point where there's a lack of respect for women. Women don't mean anything to men.
So humiliating women.
You're humiliating women and putting them down and just basically just showing them that they're absolutely nothing. Dehumanizing women is becoming the norm in Nigeria.
How did we get to this point, JC, that women, I mean, no one should be humiliated in such a way. And we've seen the video from the Middle East where, I don't know if you've seen that video where an house help was beaten and yeah. But in our African society, we shouldn't have this situation. How did we get to this stage?
Well, it's something that we should be shameful, you know, all of us as Africans, because pre-colonialism, I can say that you had more women leaders in Africa.
Yeah.
You have Queen Amina of Zazzau. You have Efushetan Ura. You know, all across, even to Ghana, all across West African coast. How we came here, basically, is the fact that when you have a justice system
that has failed,
that is not being seen to work, people... what has happened with the women is the fact that a lot of sickos are there, a lot of sexual perverts. When something like this happens, it is time for them
to
vent all of the stuff that is eating in the cupboard out. It comes out, you know, naturally.
Okay, I would let callers. I've got Chris on the line. Chris, good evening.
Coyote.
Yes, good evening, Chris. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from London.
Okay, please, I would like to have your voice on this program.
Yeah, based on this issue of stripping the ladies to naked or beating her up, you see, there is two things we need to get right in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We, more especially blacks, we westernize everything more than the Westerners. 95% of Nigeria blacks now wants to go naked on the road. 99% of Nigerian girls now wants to go on the road. When you ask them, why are you doing this? They will tell you, after all.
So does that justify the stripping to naked of?
Secondly, any man who is calling a woman an ashawo should remember that the woman that fornicates didn't fornicate alone. If a man, like I am from East, I am from Igbo. Everything is proportional. What you did to a man is equal to a woman.
Okay, Chris, because we've got a very short time, I've got Joe on the line. Joe, good evening.
Hello, hi there.
Yeah, you're welcome. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm from Camberwell.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yes. I'm watching TV. We are Nigeria, and all of us know what is going on in another world. Like something that happening here in Ukraine now.
Yeah.
All people come out and marching the street and demanding the president to resign. Yes, we in Nigeria, we cannot come out and do that. We sitting here and sitting on television and talking about it. Somebody stealing country and the streets are naked, and people stealing billions and millions, and people just turn a blind eye, do like nothing that happened in Nigeria. What country are we?
Yeah, Chris and Dupe, that's a fair point, that we've got people stealing billions of naira, and we just, in the case of, what's her name now, the Oceanic Bank woman,
Yeah.
we just gave her 6 months, and in the case of the man from Lagos, Bode George, he celebrated in church, and we have a young girl, 2 young ladies, and people just beat them up, strip them naked, and we don't want to go into the details of what was done later in the later parts of that video because it's grown. What's
Well,
happening?
we've got into the situation where we're in what we call a dog-eat-dog situation in Nigeria, where people feel disempowered, people feel oppressed, people feel that they're powerless to change the status quo.
Yeah.
They can't fight Bode George. They can't fight what she called the Oceanic woman. They can't even fight the president.
Cecilia Igbo, yeah.
So what do? They look for the weaker ones. It's a pedagogy of the oppressed. So when you're so oppressed that you feel that you have to perpetuate the oppression on your fellow people who are weaker than you,
okay,
that you can control.
Okay,
that's what's going on.
I've got Adekoya. Is it Adekoya or Adekoya? You're welcome. Where are you calling from, please?
From Dublin tonight, Cowdy.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'll quickly speak on those 2 issues. The one you first talked about, the Obasanjo thing, but I'll talk about this one. Okay. It's quite sad because I know these men, I looked at the video, and I know that these men, the faces were obvious. They are vigilante men around that Ejigbo area, and people would know them. I know, I followed this case actually, and I know that the local government chairman issued a statement to say that the woman was the wife of a pine wine tapper or something. They've relocated from the area, and they've since built, a market over or something, a structure over where this event took place. But they can still find them.
Exactly.
We shouldn't be allowing such to happen in Nigeria. It's I don't know, the impunity is just, I really don't understand. But Debbie, I like to, you're doing a good job. I do follow you, a lot, and I'll tell you, you're doing, a good job over this, issue and those other issues. You always try to, bring public to all of us. Kade, let me talk about the Obasanjo issue.
Briefly, please.
Oh, yeah. Carl, you and I know, Jesse, you're sitting down there, you and I know that Jonathan still has a right to a second term.
Absolutely. That
clip you showed at the start of the program, if you show it 1,000,000 times, Obasanjo is not our constitution. Our constitution allows Jonathan to a second term. It is we Nigerians that will chase him away with our votes, and not one Obasanjo who raised down OD and is now saying that you use carrot and stick approach to and not using the military to chase Boko Haram.
Okay, I'll let you go there because I've got Albert on the line before I let I need to ask Debbie and Jason a question. Albert, good evening.
Hello.
Albert, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lucian.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, when I saw the video, I was crying. I swear, I really felt so sick. It's not only that. You have 3 videos now circulating. You have the girl that stole tomato that was so appalling. You have like 3 guys raping this young girl, and you have another one, a pastor wife that was cheating, and they have to naked both the men and the woman and force them to have sex in the public.
Wow!
Which country are we running, though? I'm still crying here. What a country! The oppressed is oppressing the oppressor. What kind of country is that?
Oh, Albert, I know that's quite difficult for people to take in.
I can't. Even my colleague at work, my colleague from Africa, other African country, they are so shocked that, are you guys human beings at all? Why do we hate each other so much? Okay. Why do we hate each other so much with passion?
Okay, I know I've got another caller, but just blessed you're on the line, but just hold on a bit. You both did some sort of investigation. Someone, I don't know if it's Debbie or Jason, that spoke with the chairman of Ejigbo local government. What did he have to say on this?
Well, to be sincere, I was really surprised because he did respond to our call for him to do something. He said he had been working with the DPO, I don't know what DPO of the area, And then he said that they've been able to at least, identify the husband, like he said, the husband of one of the women who was a Paiwan Tapa, but he's actually left the area, which is not surprising. But then we pushed him further, and he said, look, they've gotten to this stage in the investigation where there's so much you can tell without jeopardizing the investigation.
That's understandable.
But then he said that he will continue to update us so that we know that he hasn't left it, that he's working on it.
And Jesse, you contacted the guy who uploaded the video, or you tried to get in touch with the guy who uploaded the video?
Yeah, that was just, what I was trying to do basically was just to find out how he got the video so that we can trace the location and then hand it over to the police. But what I must say is that Mr. Bami Betson, who is the local government chairman, is just one in a million. And it goes back to what I've been saying. Don't forget, Berlin, Germany as a whole, was a center of culture, center of leadership in Europe. Before they didn't arrest, when they were treating the Jews badly, they were treating themselves badly. When that is not arrested, when there's no form of government to put things into place, it spirals out of control, and that is what we've just experienced.
Okay, I've got blessed, please, sorry for keeping you waiting. Quickly, because we're about to round up. What do you have to say?
Yes, I just want to make a contribution in relation to the lady that was brutalized. I mean, those responsible for such dehumanizing treatment should actually be arrested. And if found guilty, they should be severely castigated.
Okay, thank you.
It's not just to do with the lady. I mean, there's a kind of jungle justice going on in Nigeria.
In the country. Yeah, sorry to...
people. And then in relation to Jonathan, I think he's got the right to contest again.
Okay, fine. Thanks, because we don't have enough time. I've got Mina. Mina, quickly, you're our last caller for today.
Okay, hello. I just a brief one.
Yeah.
When we talk about fighting corruption, who fights the corruption? Is it the president? When people are taken to court and there are SAN, the SAN, when there are so many of them who will use every trick in the books to let a corrupt person off, then you will not.
Okay, we've lost you there, and then because we are running out of time. What are your last words, Jesse?
My last word is we have asked a lot of people to make calls to the governor of the state, Fashola. How you cannot get a response from these people beats me. So there's a disconnect between the rulers and the ruled. And that, for me, is not working.
Yeah, and until we have a situation where the rulers, because they're not leaders, the rulers can actually begin to take cognizance of the fact that they need to do something, they need to be close to their people, Nigeria is going to continue spiraling out of control.
And then, Jesse, I know, I mean, Debbie, I should ask you, well done for the job you do with the children anyway. We don't have enough time. Viewers, it's great to have you, and we're running, it's going to be the end of the year very soon. Keep safe in Nigeria. Wherever you are, Nigeria comes first before any other person. I want to thank everyone involved in this project, Victor, Ngozi Gale, Ayo Ajayi, and the CEO of Ben TV, Alistair Shoyede. It's a good night from me. My name is Kayode Ogundamisi. See you the last Thursday of this year, and then next Thursday we're going to package something for you. Good night and God bless. This is Ben Television live from London.
People of the world, and that's one good thing we want. Yeah, and I hope they can get Jailer Foundation to be involved.
Well, I just hope that